Good evening, everybody. I'm back. Welcome, everybody, to this live stream. I am back in Cayman, as I'm sure most of you would know. It is nice to be back here. I got back yesterday, actually, yesterday afternoon. It was a great trip. I'm sure you guys were following my posts on Facebook, Instagram. It was a lovely time. I had the opportunity to go back to Canada for 2 weeks. It was a lovely trip. I really enjoyed every minute of it. Seeing I tried to see as many people as I could for the time I was there. But honestly, it was the best. Seeing my friends and family members, just the best. It was a lovely time. So I left here on the 13th. I flew from Cayman to Miami via Cayman Airways. From there, I had a connection in Miami, Miami to Atlanta. I actually got into Miami, well, maybe right on time, but it took a while because of the COVID restrictions and the delays. It took me a few minutes to, after I got off the plane, I had to run through customs because my flight was departing at 2:00. I got in at 12:30. I had to wait almost like an hour or so to get my bag because I had to go to Delta, which my next flight from Delta Miami. I had to run through the customs, and go to try to check in, but it was just it was a bit stressful. I'm not going to lie, but it was really nice. It was one moment, guys. I just need sharing the link on Facebook. Give me one moment. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just sharing the link. So I got to Atlanta. I got to Miami around 12:30. I got my bag at like maybe 1:30. My flight was departing at 2:00 to Atlanta. I missed the flight because I ran through the airport to go to the Delta desk. There's a big lineup, and Miami is a big airport, and it was actually quite busy. I got through to everywhere, and it was I missed my flight. Luckily, they're able to reschedule me on a different flight to Atlanta because there's a lot of flights going to Atlanta from Miami because Delta is the hub or Atlanta is the hub for Delta. So I was able to go through. I was able to get on a new flight, which was leaving at 3:00, which was good because my flight in Atlanta was leaving at 9:00. So I had enough time because the flight was only like an hour, maybe 2 hours or so. So yeah, they got me on a new flight at 3:00. So I had maybe like 45 minutes, an hour to kind of kill. So I got through immigration. I got through security, and that airport was busy. Like this was my first time really flying since the pandemic started. It was very different. Like me and Gabby went to the BRAC, and flying from there was like pretty easy. And there's the airport here is super quiet now because there's no flights coming in, so it was really, really quiet. But yeah, this flight was very, very busy. The airport is very busy, and my whole experience. The whole experience was very stressful. Getting your PCR tests and everything like that. Because to travel these days is really complicated, and it's So I got my PCR test in Cayman. Luckily, it was free, which was nice because my last 2 PCR tests were not free. So that was, but yeah, so I got to my flight from Miami to Atlanta departed at 3 o'clock. I got into Atlanta around like 5 o'clock ish. I had about 4 hours to kill for my other flight, which was departing at 9 o'clock. And then I landed in Toronto like around 11:30 ish. And even before I had to get in Toronto, they had this app called Arrive Can. You have to fill out information, submit some documents like your COVID test or your vaccine card and stuff like that. Because right now, if you wanted to travel to Canada, you have to be a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. And you need to be, if you don't want to quarantine, you have to provide your quarantine card thing that they give you. So once I got into Toronto, with immigration, that was pretty quick. They just asked for my documents and everything like that, my negative tests, my COVID card, all that jazz, which went well quickly. And then from there, I had to. Once everything was good, immigration, I got my bag. I had to get another PCR test in Toronto, which was free, which was great. That took only about like 15 minutes or so, and then I was free to go. So eventually I got to my dad's house, like maybe around 1 o'clock in the morning. It was pretty late, but it was definitely worth it to see my dad when I got there and see his dogs, Bo and Harry. And I had 6 days to spend in Vancouver, in Toronto. Spent some nights in the city, spent some nights at a place out in the countryside, which was lovely. So yeah, it was really beautiful. So. One second, guys. Yeah, so I was in Ontario and Toronto for about 6 days. Weather was nice. It wasn't as hot as in Cayman. Cayman, it's in the middle of kind of hurricane season, so it's very humid. Toronto was nice temperature. It actually been raining quite a bit, and it rained a few days. Everything was so green though. It was really nice. I was there for 6 days. Saw a lot of family members out there. Saw my one good friend. I wish I saw my other good friend, but I wasn't able to make it. We couldn't make it work. From there, I went to Vancouver for another 6 days. Got to see my mom, which was wonderful. So, was there for 6 days in Vancouver and elsewhere. Went to Victoria too, which was nice. It was a wonderful time. I had a lot of places to go to in such a short amount of time, but it was very nice. So, really nice. Who do we have here in the chat, guys? Remember to chat below. Yeah, so Vancouver for another 6 days. It was really nice. Got to see my grandmother, which was great. Saw as many relatives as I could and friends and all that, which was nice. They have a lot of forest fires happening in the province of British Columbia, which is unfortunate. It happens every year too, which is really sad. It gets very dry in the summertime, and these fires happen because of man caused, also lightning and other like non-human entities. Like even this one town called Linton burnt down. Like the whole town burnt. The whole town, which was quite small, but it burnt down. It was really sad. Um, but it was nice to go back and see my mom, see my stepfather, see everybody. Really nice time. I wish I had a little bit longer, to be honest with you. I kind of crammed a lot of things into the amount of days I had, but it was definitely worth it. You know, um, it was an amazing trip. Gabby was actually one who mentioned it to me because, fortunately, my new job has been pushed back, so I had some weeks to kind of kill, and I'm so thankful that she mentioned this, and we were able to get together and flights booked and all that. But it was a lot of things to do to get there. You know, like a lot of things you had to do, like the PCR testing, of course, and fill out these things for the Arrive Can app, which is the app they use in Canada for returning Canadians. And now I'm back in Cayman. I'm quarantining um, for just 5 days, which is great because I'm doubly vaccinated. If you're doubly vaccinated now, you only have to quarantine for 5 days. We also have to provide a negative test, which I did. I got a test in Honduras. I'm negative again. So I'm in quarantine now. Hey, Jamie. So the ArriveCan app is like an app that that you have to use if you enter Canada. You submit like your vaccination card information so they can like kind of track it and just for them to gather information. It's pretty easy. You had to fill out some information like how you're arriving to Canada, where you're coming from. You have to upload your vaccination card. So it wasn't too bad. Hey, Mr. James Berryman. Who is Jack Moss? I don't know who that is. Yeah, so I got to the airport. I got tested again too. I got the result the next day in the afternoon. It was negative again, but it was pretty easy, you know, pretty easy. And then I was able to get in. I didn't have to quarantine, which is great. I felt bad. There's this one guy who was saying to me on the flight from Atlanta. He's another Canadian. He was coming back from Costa Rica, but he only had his first dose. So he had to quarantine for I think it was 8 days or so. But yeah, like a lot of countries are, if you're doubly vaccinated, you can skip the quarantine process. So Moss Studios, okay. Jack Moss, okay. Welcome. I don't think we had the pleasure of talking before, but what kind of content do you produce? And thank you for joining, first of all. Where are you from, Jack? But yeah, it was a long process, but it was good to get there. And on the way back, I flew from Toronto. Well, first I flew from Kelowna to Toronto. Next day I flew from Toronto to Houston, Texas. From Texas to I went to San Pedro Sula in Honduras because I had to go through Honduras to get back to Cayman. I was in Honduras for like a day and a half, I would say, which is really wonderful. I was able to meet Gabby's family, which is lovely. We had a great time. Honduras is such a beautiful country, so I recommend you guys go there. And my cousin. Welcome, Zach. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, so I had to connect in Honduras, got another test the following day. I was able to go to this beautiful lake in north of the city called Jehovah Lake, which was lovely. Beautiful time there. Really enjoyed my time. So you have a friend who just moved here. Okay. and he is his first time here. Wonderful. You're in the Cayman Islands Sailing Club right now. Cheers. I'm drinking Red Stripe, one of my favorites. Well, if your friend has any questions, please ask him to reach out, and I'll do my best. What was I saying? So yeah, I was in Honduras for like a day and a half, which was really nice. Well, I haven't had dinner yet, but yeah, it's always. I'm in the same boat, my friend. I always contemplate when I'm having dinner. Maybe go with Legends. And Mr. Moss, are you in Cayman or are you somewhere else right now? Hi, babe. Hola, amor. Gabby, when I came, so I got back to Cayman yesterday. I was out. I got in like around maybe 3 o'clock. The airport was well, we had the flight. The flight was almost full, but it took a long time to get through the immigration, and they had to like do things with the quarantine. Like you see this, I have this bracelet on myself. This is like a tracking kind of bracelet they have. So they can track me if it make sure I stay in my residence for the 5 days. They also give me a phone because in case I need to call them or they call me. They actually called me today. They have to verify some information. So yeah, hopefully on Tuesday I'll be able to get out and be free, God willing. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of KFC, to be honest with you, but Legends is better. I like Legends. And Eats Cafe is really nice too. So I think it's better food than KFC, personally. I miss you too, babe. I love you. Thank you for joining, babe. What was I saying? Yeah, so I got out of the airport maybe like an hour and a half later after everything. They provided me a taxi free of charge, and they dropped me off at my place here and got inside, and everything was nicely laid out. Gabby left this place in perfect condition. I had this welcome basket which she left, and she put these bottles of wine, bottle of wine, some beers, whole kind of like gift basket, which was very kind of her. So thank you very much, my love. I'm slowly making my way through the gift basket. So. But yeah, I'm in quarantine for another. Well, today was the first day. Tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to getting out, and my new job. I start on the 9th, so another little bit over a week. So yeah, it was a really fun time to go back in Canada. Canada's a beautiful place. Really enjoyed my time in Toronto and Vancouver. So we go to Vancouver Island too, which was nice. Vancouver Island is a beautiful, it's the biggest island in Canada. It's right off the coast of British Columbia. Saw my uncle and aunt and my stepsister and her husband, and it was lovely. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful country, Rosalind. Have you ever been to Canada? I saw. Hello, Mr. Robinson, Leon Robinson. Welcome. Well, right now it's not too cold. It's summertime, but definitely in the wintertime it's pretty chilly. So yeah, right now summertime it's nice. Vancouver is nice temperature. It's like 30 degrees. Yeah, you tell them, Zach. It's nice and warm right now. But yeah, if you go in Canada. Okay. Yeah, Toronto Airport's not too bad, It's a nice airport. Zach, it's 32 degrees there right now in Vancouver. Damn, that's pretty hot, man. Yeah, my cousin will tell you that it's right now it's pretty warm, but if you go in Toronto in February, it's gonna be freezing cold. But I would say from June till October, it's nice temperatures. But from like December to March, it's very cold. But yeah, Honduras was a beautiful country. I really enjoyed my time there. San Pedro Sula is a nice city. It's a kind of in a valley, and there is lots of there's like mountains on the side where the city is, so beautiful views. Hello, Les Manzanbait. So I posted a video today. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It was my last day in BC, but I have some videos from Honduras, which I'll be posting soon, and I'll be posting my day in quarantine for the 5 days. I'll try to do at least once a day. So stay tuned for that. If you're new, welcome. Where are you from, Les? Are you from here or somewhere else? Thank you for joining this live stream. Really appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, it was there was a lot of traveling. You know, I went through like the States, Canada. I went to the West Coast. I went back. I went through Honduras to Houston. It was a lot of traveling, but definitely worth it. You know, I want to go back. Me and Gabby want to go back to Honduras soon. It was a beautiful country. I really enjoyed San Pedro Sula and Jehovah Lake, and La Ceiba looks quite nice too. You know, they have these. I saw fields and fields of pineapple, pina. The produce there is incredible. You know, we bought these things called lychees, which are very nice. You know, very tasty fruits. They have so much like vegetation there and like different fruits, and it's incredible. And it's very cheap for foreigners. You know, for Hondurans, I think it's a little bit expensive sometimes, but for foreigners, you know, it's very cheap. But it's different. You know, it's very chaotic in this city. I noticed that the traffic was pretty crazy, and there was garbage, a lot of garbage. I noticed, and I noticed some people were drinking something and they just tossed it on the ground. So that's a little bit different, you know. Sorry, yeah, your dogs are so cute. Yes, they are. Yeah, Bo and Harry. Lovely dogs. Very nice. Beautiful dogs. I was able to see them before I left again, which is nice. And they're always so excited to see me. And especially Harry, our little Chihuahua, gets super excited and he starts peeing himself, which is kind of gross. But even my mom has a little dog named Oliver. He's a little terrier. He's very nice. I love dogs. Hopefully me and Gabby can have a dog in the near future. But unfortunately, in this place, pets aren't welcome. But yeah, it's dogs are great. They're man's best friend, as they say. So, but yeah, I have 5 days now in my apartment. I'm by myself. Unfortunately, you know, Gabby couldn't stay here. She's with her friend. So I have 5 days to spend. You know, try to keep myself busy. I did a little exercise today. I did some push-ups and some chin-ups and some squats, you know. Maybe try and read a book, you know. I have a lot of books upstairs and a lot of books back home. So I want to try and go through some of that and just organize myself and get ready to work too. Cheers. But yeah, it's really nice to be back, you know. The island seems very quiet. Not sure if everybody knows the borders are still closed. I hope in the next and by mid-September, because the government announced a reopening plan, maybe like a month ago now or a little bit less. I did a video about that. You should check it out if you haven't. But they announced a border reopening plan. But the main point is it's contingent on the population to reach a percentage of 80% of vaccination across the population to allow our borders reopen. So we need our population to reach 80% vaccination, and right now I think we've just passed 70%. So we still got another 10% to go. Mr. Hugh Janis, Welcome, sir. Pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us. Is it your first time joining in? Where do I expect to travel next? That's a very good question. I'm not sure the next time we're going to travel again. Not in the next couple of months. It's to be determined. Let's put it that way. This last trip was kind of put together in less than a week, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to travel next. Traveling right now is, from my experience, is super complicated. These PCR tests, because you need a PCR test within 72 hours. So I did it, but just super nerve-wracking. But yeah, to answer your question, where do I expect to travel next? I'm not really sure. Just got back, so we'll have to see. It's up in the air. So, where are you watching us from, Mr. Hugh Janis? Are you from Cayman or from the States or Canada? It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us again. So, yeah, I just hope that the borders can reopen, and hopefully we can have some tourists back in here. The island is not the same. It's very quiet. The island is very quiet with no tourists, so it's we're waiting for tourists to come back. Hello, sir, Mr. Robin McGraw. You're planning to move here very soon. Oh, awesome. That's great. How powerful is the Canadian passport? That is a very good question. I'm not really sure. The Canadian passport is like a British passport, so I think it's pretty good. Like, I don't think if you're Canadian, you possess a passport. I don't think you need a visa into the United States, but I think it's a fairly powerful passport. I think you could travel with no problem to most countries. Where are you coming from? Are you from the States, from Canada, from the UK, somewhere else? And you're planning to move here. That's fantastic. Welcome. Did you reach out to me a few weeks ago? Was that a different person? Hey, babe, what am I going for dinner? I'll probably make myself a sandwich or something, maybe some craft dinner. From Guyana, okay. Well, to get the Canadian passport, you need to be here for like 9 years more. It's tough to get. It's but yeah, if you want to make Cayman your home for the future, you have to be here for 9 years. Apply for your PR, your permanent residency. After that, you have to apply for your naturalization, and then after that, you get your passport. So it is a long road, from what I'm told. Hello, Mr. Lee Keybum. I live in Cayman Islands. You moved here recently in February, but you still yet to find the best restrooms. I don't understand. You mean something else? I don't know. You can do that. I don't think they have passports for sale here. I believe other countries do that, where you can make a sizable investment. You're granted citizenship. But I'm not sure if Cayman offers that. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think they offer that. That's true, my love. Maybe you did meant restaurants. Yeah, there's a lot of nice restaurants here, Mr. Lee. Cayman is, I think it's considered the culinary capital of the Caribbean, because we got a lot of lovely restaurants, ranging from a variety of cuisine, from local Canadian cuisine to Italian to Indian, a lot of different places to go to. So, there's a lot of options for sure along the 7 Mile corridor, West Bay, Georgetown, other places. So hopefully you can find them. If you need some recommendations, send me an email. I've been here for about 6 years, and I've been here before that. So it's there's a lot of lovely restaurants on this island. So I'm sure it won't take long to familiarize yourself with that. So, but of course, if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, it's I hope that, because apparently not as many people are getting vaccinated here, which is kind of sad. They have these vaccines which are given freely from the UK, Pfizer vaccines, which are, in my opinion, the best vaccines that you can get in the world right now. And a lot of people don't want to get it, and it's in their hands. Like these new variants, like the Delta variant, are very deadly, and the Pfizer vaccine has been shown to be very effective against those vaccines. Like you see in the States, people that are dying right now are people who are unvaccinated. Yes, if you're vaccinated, you can still get the virus, but you won't die from it. It's not a death sentence. You will get it, but it won't be as bad as other people who if you're not vaccinated. Because I remember reading a lot of southern states, the unvaccinated is very high. People don't believe in it until they're infected and they're on their deathbed. They're asking for the vaccine. It's like, sorry, it's too late. So the infrastructure here is actually quite good, I think, for a Caribbean island. I consider Cayman to be kind of like Florida. It's very kind of Americanized, especially around the 7 Mile Beach area, Georgetown. If you go to the eastern districts, I always find it's more kind of like Cayman. But right here where I live, 7 Mile Beach corridor, it's very built up. Infrastructure is quite good here. Like the electricity providers, the provider is very good. It's called CUC, the Caribbean Utilities Company. I traveled here in 2019. Went to the Ritz-Carlton. Okay. I used to work at the Ritz-Carlton not too long ago. It's a lovely hotel. It's under renovations now. It should look fantastic when it reopens. Okay, I think you mean restaurants. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed your stay with us. I was working there in 2019. What month did you travel there? Because I started in November of 2019. So maybe I was there when. Hey, Noma. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? But yeah, the Ritz-Carlton's a beautiful hotel. We have, I would say 5. Well, let's see. We have the Marriott, the Westin, Kimpton, the Ritz-Carlton. We have like 4 big chain hotels here, which are quite lovely. They're on the 7 Mile Beach strip. Very nice. Yeah, the infrastructure here is very good for an island. It's I think the best in the Caribbean. This island has, it has all you need, really. It has infrastructure. It has good telecommunications company. The grocery shopping here is good. You can get pretty much anything you want, but it is expensive compared to Canada and the States. Everything is, it's a good place here. We have a big expat community here that, I think I forget how many expats we have here, but it's quite a few. We got people from all around the world, which is very nice. It's a beautiful country. It's a lovely island. There's 2 other islands that make the Cayman Islands, Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. It's very small compared to this island. Very less population there. So, but yeah, it's sorry, stretch. The one thing that I enjoyed about being in Canada is the sunset. Atardecer. The sunsets in Canada around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So right now it's 7:05. The sun is pretty much set. So at least the sun sets like 2 hours later in Canada which I loved. Um, it was really nice. And I found it like when I was in the airports in like Miami and Atlanta, there was most people were wearing masks. It was so different. Like in Cayman, we don't have any more COVID here. Like there's no more community transmission. Yes, we have people who return from travel and test positive, but they're in the quarantine until they recover. But you don't see anybody. You see some people wearing masks, but no one's wearing masks. Like when my first day when I got to Toronto, I remember going out for a walk, and I went to this local cafe, which was like a block away from my father's house. And you look on the road, and people walking by you. I think maybe more than half people wearing masks. Some people weren't. It was very different. And you go inside. If you go into any establishment in Toronto and the rest of Canada, you have to wear a mask. So very different from Cayman. Cayman, no mask. So you were looking back to come for Christmas. Wonderful. For a Plow Inn, you mean Holiday Inn? Where are you from, Mia? Yeah, a lot of places are people are planning to come back here for Christmas. What I've heard, like there's people have been. We have a lot. Most of the tourists that come to Cayman are generally from the United States. I would say more than 90%, because it's so close. Okay, whereabouts in Europe? I love Europe. It's a beautiful continent. But yeah, you should be looking at booking in reservations now, because a lot of places are getting full up quickly because I think there's a very pent up demand for travel. Germany, Deutschland. I've been there once. It's a beautiful country. I went to Berlin, Munich. Great country. I would say when I was in Europe, my favorite countries were all the German-speaking countries, like Germany, Austria, Switzerland. It was beautiful. I went 5 years ago, or maybe 6 years ago. Oh, so it's called Plow Inns. Yeah, we don't have that here. Is that a chain of hotels? Yeah, I went to Berlin once. Berlin is a very cool city. Very liberal. Very liberal. Love to go back there. Where in Germany do you live? I know one phrase in German. Haben Sie einen guten Tag? I think that means have a good day or something like that. Yeah, Germany is a beautiful country. I want to go back there with Gabby. It's a lovely country, though. But thank you for joining again. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on any content. Well, thanks again for joining. What was I saying? But yeah, there's definitely a big pent up. Like, a lot of people want to travel, and a lot of people want to come here. I've had a lot of messages from guests who I met who used to work at the Marriott and the Ritz, and they messaged me saying when are the borders going to reopen, and try to explain to them that unfortunately the borders are closed. If you want to come to Cayman, you have to have a reason to. Like if you own property here, you can come. If you're a citizen of the Cayman Islands, you can come. If you work here, which I do, you can come. But if you don't work here and you're just a tourist, unfortunately, you cannot come here. You have to wait. Mia Baumhertz, is that your name? Am I saying it correctly? Yeah, if you want to come here, you need to have a reason. You have to own property here, work here, or be a citizen. That's the only reason you can come here. Otherwise, by that, our borders are still closed. Lots of other islands are open up, like Turks and Caicos and Aruba. So plenty of other islands are open up, and a lot of people from the States and Canada have been going to other islands, like Turks and Caicos, which is very close to the continent of the U.S., a little bit east, like very close to Miami. So a lot of people are going to Turks and Caicos, where they opened a Ritz-Carlton there. It looks very nice. I actually know some people who actually work there. Apparently it's a beautiful property. But But yeah, this island is still closed. They're taking they're trying to be safe. They don't want to open and have the virus here. The virus gets here eventually. It's all about the vaccination. Hopefully we can get this 80% by September. I forget which day, like the 18th or 19th. So it's going to be right now. The people who are unvaccinated are the ones who don't want to get vaccinated. So it's and the tourism economy here is struggling, like hotels, restaurants, like tour guide operators, taxi drivers. It's been a struggle for them. They need to have tourists back to make income, and the government has been announcing stipends for unemployed Caymanian workers, and at least the government is trying to support them, but the government is losing money. It's been a tough time, in this island for the past year and a bit. Our island has done a good job of keeping the virus out, but at the same time, it's a cost to people's livelihoods. A lot of Caribbean islands rely on tourism to support their island's economy, and this island, doesn't rely solely on tourism. They have a big financial field, construction, but it's tough. It's a lot of people rely on tourism to make their ends meet. So it's tough. There's been a bit of advocacy to open the borders, but at least they announced this plan. So you'll see. I forgot to mention, I got a new camera when I was back home. I got the new GoPro Hero 9, which has been a great camera so far. It's a much bigger camera than my Hero 7, which was the camera that I've been using for the past year and a bit. The GoPro Hero 9, I've still yet to fully master it, but it's been a great camera so far. I also got this tripod thing, which I got in Cayman actually before I left. So it's pretty cool. I can put it on a table, and it can shoot me and all that. It's a really cool camera. So I'm looking forward to using it. I need to kind of search up how to use it to its full effectiveness. So it's a really cool camera. So I'm looking forward to that. I got this like bundle about the camera and the other things included, like different accessories. So it should be good. So looking forward to using this camera and to show you more Cayman and the beaches and other things like that. It's a great camera. It took a while to get used to, but I think I'm getting used to it fully. So should be good, guys. So yeah, new camera. Boom. Boom shakalaka. So yeah, I got the weekend by myself. Gonna be a little boring, but going to do as much as I can to be active and organize my stuff and start work in another week or so, which is good. I just wish this island could open up and we have tourism back so people can make some money here, make a living. So yeah, it's been good. It's been nice. I brought my suitcase back. It's funny when you pack for your vacation. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who packs too much, and I generally don't use all my clothing. So I brought back my suitcase, and it's so heavy, and it's like I didn't use like half the clothes I packed. So I always pack too much. Is the case. So it is the case. Cheers. The beer in Canada is Que Bonito. Really good beer we have in Canada. We have so many microbreweries in Canada now, even the States too. So much variety there. You can buy different beers, wine too. It's great. In Cayman, we have the Cayman Islands Brewing Corporation, which is a great local brewery. We also have, your name brands like Budweiser, Stella, Heineken, Corona, all those. But always nice to try the local beers. When I was in Honduras, there was one beer that I love called Port Royal. A really nice beer here. Or beer there. Super nice. I really love that beer. And they had another beer called Salavita, which is quite good as well. I had something called Imperial, and one other beer, which is not from Honduras, from Nicaragua, called Tonya. And beer there is pretty reasonable for if you're a foreigner. It's really nice. Um, Tonio, it's really nice. I actually had that beer in Cayman. I found that beer like a couple of years ago at a store, not too far from my place. But yeah, the beer there was great. The food was great too. Plantains, the rice and beans. Rice and beans, the refried beans. My favorite thing is the baleadas, though. It's, oh my gosh, que rico. I had the baleadas for lunch, made my own, but it's not the same. I had the authentic beans, but you make handmade tortillas, which my love makes, and make it for your hand. Super good. And the Honduran cheese they have there too, it's just like amazing. You can buy that cheese here in Cayman, but it's quite expensive, compared to when you buy it in Honduras. It's a little bit less expensive because they import it here, but really good cheese. Food was really good. As I said, I went to this place called Jehovah Lake, which was not too far from San Pedro Sula, about like maybe 2 hour drive. Beautiful, picturesque lake. You see like the mountains, the background, the clouds. So lovely. So nice. And yeah, we were there. We had lunch. We walked around. They have like these kind of like cottages there you could stay. Really nice. So really nice time there. Beautiful country. So we look forward to going back very soon. So much different from Cayman, which is nice. We have a lot of Hondurans here, though. It's a big there's a big expat community here of Hondurans. But yes, we look forward to going back very soon. So Canada was lovely too. Canada is a beautiful country. So, my home. Born and raised in Toronto. Mom's from Vancouver out west, so I went out there too. My dad's side of the family is from Ontario, Toronto area, so I was able to see my aunt, which is nice. And yeah, it's a beautiful country. I'd love to visit more of my country too. I've only been to like the major provinces. I've never been to some other smaller provinces. But once everything kind of gets back to normal, I like to take Gabby and go to visit the rest of the country. So. Yeah, it was a lovely time, guys. Again, traveling in this time of the year, the current situation, the ongoing pandemic, makes traveling a little bit more different. That's crazy, in the States, Hey, Mr. Marlin, thank you, my friend. Wagwan, General, thank you for joining us. Yeah, back and safe. Back and safe. Got here yesterday. I'm in quarantine now for 5 days, and then my travels were good. I had a long way to travel, but it was nice. So nice to be back. See my love very soon. But thank you for joining us. Are you still in Jamaica? Are you in Cayman yet? Yeah, it's really nice to be back, man. Unfortunately, I have to quarantine, which kind of sucks, but I guess better safe than sorry. Is what it is, have to quarantine, have to do this stuff. And then, yeah, it's really nice to be back. I was able to make some videos when I was away. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. Made some nice videos of my time in Toronto and Ontario and BC. Okay, nice. When do you plan on coming here? Coming soon, or have you been able to get a vaccine when you've been in Jamaica? Or are you gonna try and wait until you come here? Excuse me. Are you from in August? Okay. So very soon, very soon. Remind me, are you from Kingston or Montego Bay or somewhere else in Jamaica? Seems like a beautiful island, my friend. I want to visit it one of these days. No, I'm saying, are you in Kingston or where do you live in Jamaica again? I forgot what you mentioned earlier. So you plan to get the vaccine when you come to Cayman? Yeah, so you have to do the 14-day quarantine then. Hi, Moore. Mm-hmm. What are you having for dinner, Moore? What are you eating for dinner? Well, I bet you're excited to come here, Marlon. Do you have a family or just yourself who's coming here to work? We have a huge Jamaican population. St. Catherine, okay. That's outside of Kingston, if I'm correct. It's outside of Kingston, right? It's a parish outside of Kingston. Okay, wonderful. What are you gonna do for work here again? I know you mentioned it before. My apologies, I forget. But you must be excited to move here. Do you have any friends or any family members that live in Cayman? Do you know anybody in Cayman? I'm drinking your national beer, my friend. Red Stripe. Cheers. The best. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, right out of Kingston. Yeah. I've never been to Jamaica yet. Gabby went to Kingston for her visa. She went to get her visa, so she's there for just a day. But I'd like to go to Jamaica one of these days. Seems like a beautiful island. I'd love to go to Negril and Ocho Rios. Okay, cool. So at least you have some family here, which is nice. So you'll be able to see your family here. That's nice. There's a big Jamaican community here. We got plenty of Jamaicans, Mon. Yeah, a lot of Jamaicans here. I know a lot of good Jamaican. I have a good friend who's actually back in Jamaica right now, in Montego Bay. But they're nice people. Definitely, sir. Definitely reach out to me. Email, social media. If you have Facebook, add me up. Evan Powell is my full name, so add me up. It'll be a pleasure. I actually got recognized. When was it? It was a few months ago. I was walking on the beach and I saw this person in a cabana by public beach, and I was I recognized him kind of because I thought he was my friend. And then he wasn't the guy who I thought he was. He was a different guy, but he was like, Mr. Cayman Vlogs. I recognize you. What's your name again? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, what's up? Like we're talking. And yeah, this guy, he was also from Jamaica too. I think he moved here quite recently too, within the year. But he he happened to recognize me when I was just walking down the beach area, which is quite cool. So I'm sure it will happen a little bit more as I get more subscribers. But yeah, if you have any questions, again, Marlon, please reach out. But I guess you have your family. If your family can help direct you, but please let me know. It's going to be nice to have you on this island. Where are you going to? So where are you going to? What are you going to do? Where are you going to work? Sandwich. My stomach is growling as we speak. Making me hungry, babe. I'll soon eat. Oh. Construction. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of jobs for that. This island has been really booming for construction for the past few years. It's, as I said in many of my videos, this island is getting busy, almost getting too busy. It's a lot of places are being built, like hotels, condos, apartment buildings. So getting very busy these past few years, But the construction business was good for the economy for the past year and a half when the borders have been closed, because tourism was virtually halted. It did restart when we could go freely, and the local population has been kind of supporting the local tourism business, but still not the same. At least restaurants are the ones that are suffering quite heavily, in hotels too, and also taxis, tour operators. Restaurants are definitely running at a loss. I guess certain places have more of a local clientele than other places, but it's tough. A lot of these companies want their borders reopened, which I understand completely, and I agree they should open as soon as possible. But we need more people to get vaccinated for us to open the borders. So, yeah, it's kind of a waiting game, really. We're just waiting for people to get vaccinated. And they're trying to do incentives. I actually just saw recently on the BBC News that Joe Biden is pushing for, they'll give you $100 if you get vaccinated. So they're trying to get as many people as they can to get vaccinated, because it does help. It does help to not get the virus. You still might get the virus. That's still a possibility if you're vaccinated. It also depends which vaccine you get too. Like the Pfizer vaccine, I believe, is shown to be like 90%, 95% efficacy, whereas the AstraZeneca is less. So yeah, getting vaccinated is a way to protect yourself and your family, because in these times, better safe than sorry. A lot of concern about the vaccine, which is understandable. So, but yeah, I think a lot of people get vaccinated so they can travel, because if you're not vaccinated, it's tough to travel. And also, a lot of companies too are mandating you need to get vaccinated to work there. They haven't made a law yet, but they will make it very soon. I think if you're coming to work here, you need to get vaccinated. So it's not a law yet, but I think it'll be a law very soon. So yeah, it's a lot of companies, a lot of corporations are doing that, and but any last questions, concerns, guys? I think I'm going to end it very soon. I'm very hungry. I'm going to try and make myself a sandwich. But thank you for everybody who've joined in. If you're new to the channel, if you can please consider subscribing, that'll mean a big deal for me and Gabby. I'd appreciate it a lot. Make sure you turn on the bell notification too, so you don't miss out any content. I'll be posting some footage of my trip to Honduras maybe tomorrow, and then my quarantine days here in the in my apartment. So make sure you stay tuned for those. And Mr. Marlin, I'm not sure of that. Lots of rumors out there, so you have to be careful from what you hear. But I've not heard of that myself, so I can't really comment that. So there's lots of rumors circulating the internet. So, but I don't believe so. But I could be wrong. I don't think so. But again, I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word from it. Of course, do your own research. I don't have any knowledge about that. So yeah, you have to advise your doctor, physician. So. But guys, I'm going to call it a day for right now. Please enjoy and talk to you soon. Thank you very much for joining us. Peace out, guys.